What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Swish Life Garage. Today I'm bringing you a following review of the previous review I had done on the Vane engine stand. This video is going to be for it in actual use of taking out the engine. If you guys want to see the previous video, I'm going to have a link up here somewhere. But that's just the unboxing and first impressions of the Vane engine stand, and as well I did assemble it. This video is going to be, like I said, for actually taking it out of the car. I'm doing this right in my backyard, right on the patio, just as probably you guys are going to be doing the same, or probably within your driveway. So just a real quick review on how I got it out and any issues that I had with it. So let's go ahead and get right into the video. Right here I do have the engine hanging kind of dangerously by one mount. I don't really recommend this, but this is just a review for the stand itself. I did take off the lower air compressor bracket, alternator bracket, everything that you really need to take off for the engine. If you guys want to see exactly how I took everything off, I do have vlogs that I have of the car, so you guys can go ahead and click on that video. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have a link somewhere. Anyways, back to the stand. Now, you do have 4 legs on the stand. This lower leg down here is attaching to the AC compressor bracket where that would normally bolt at. Now, the other leg should be connecting to that lower hole down here. I'll show you exactly why I don't have that leg on there right now. Here's the leg I was talking about that I don't have the leg connected to. If you guys see on my D16 Z6, this hole is not threaded. It's just a tapered hole. I did let Vane stands know, and they are aware of it now. Of course, you know, me buying one of their earlier products, not everything has been figured out, or not everything has gotten back to them as far as for improvements or things on certain engines that is perhaps not on your engine. So that's not really a problem. I can go ahead and just use a die and make some threads for that, but to be quite honest, I don't have that die to do that right away. So I am going to put a bolt in there just to support it, to support some of the weight, but it's not going to be threaded in. So I don't really recommend that, but that's what I'm going to do. And you know, but right here I do have the other leg by the pulley. This one is bolted down where the air compressor bracket would be. And then if we go behind the engine here a bit, where the alternator bracket would be, that's where the other leg would bolt down to. And then right there, this other leg connects to where the bracket for the intake manifold to the block would be. That one is bolted down as well. Alright, so I did attach this other leg back on, and I do have a bolt there that is used for the transmission. It's all the way inside of that hole there, so I don't have a doubt in my mind that it's not going to be supporting some of the weight. Of course, I could always thread it whenever I do have the engine completely out, but just to let you guys know, do this at your own risk if you are doing this. So yeah, that's just something to note on for using this engine stand with the Z6. The engine is completely taken out and the car is back on the ground with the wheels on it, so it is able to be moved. Here's the engine right here with the vane engine stand. Like I said, you do have the leg here that connects to where the air compressor bracket would be at, and then the other leg here, which I just have a bolt stuffed into there to the tapered hole. Then moving towards the rear here, if it was sitting in the engine bay, right here where the bracket for the intake to manifold would be, there would be normally be a bracket going from here to there. So you do have the smaller bolt in there, and then where the alternator bracket would be at, have the other leg right here. And it does easily move on the concrete with these wheels on here, so it is very easy to work with it. And I'm pretty sure when installing parts onto it as well, I'll be able to install the clutch and flywheel, and as well I'll be able to install the transmission onto here and it still support it and easily just roll it back into the engine bay. But hopefully this is a good little review for you guys. Let me know if you do have any questions. If you guys want to go ahead and watch my other video, I did show how I took out the transmission and the engine. They are longer videos, so if you want to go ahead and check these out. But that is really going to be it for the review of the stand. It's working like it should, but like I said, they didn't send me a long enough bolt, and as well it's not threaded into my block, so that is something additional that is going to have to be taken place at a later time. But of course I could always just have it out and support it with the jack while I go ahead and put the new threads into that hole when I do get the tap. As you guys have seen, I did manage to get the engine out of the Del Sol. Now on that one leg, like I said, the engine block did not have any threads into the actual block, and I didn't have the actual tap to thread any of the threads in there, so I just had the bolt in there, just, you know, pushed in there, supporting some of the weight. That is the issue. I did bring it up to vane stands. They are aware of it. They were saying that the Z6 engines don't have the threads for that hole, but supposedly the other D series do. So I haven't really checked into that, but if you guys want to check that out before you buy the stand, go ahead and do that. But the main thing, the stand is functionable, and I am going to be able to use it while I work on the engine, take apart maybe the oil pump, the timing belt, what have you. So that's pretty cool. If you guys had seen, if you guys paid attention, I did use some 4x4 wood blocks in order to lift the car high enough to bring the engine on out. Took off the rim and tire and turned the steering wheel all the way to the left in order to clear the engine and get it out of that wheel well area. So you may struggle with that if you don't have a lift like I am, or you're maybe in your driveway. So just be aware of that and kind of have something in advance to lift the car high enough. That is really it for the engine stand. I could roll it around easily with the engine on there, so that's a plus. If you guys want to follow along with this build, I do have many other cars that I have in my possession that I do work on as well. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. And like I said, if you have any questions or comments about it, just drop them right below. But I'm going to have to catch you guys on the next one, alright?